Hey guys, this is IrieStarcraft, and I'm back to cast another game for you. This one is going to be a 2 versus 2, and it will be on Discord 4. That is this is Discord 4. One of my maps that always seems to somehow bite me in the ass. But either way, let's get to the players. As again, so you guys know, I am now taking out allied chat. So you will not have any idea who's going to win the game. Anyway, like, it's just not the same having a good idea of who's going to win the game before it starts. So I like taking out the ally chat. Let me know what you guys think about it. Either way, it is going to be between ppgBubbles, he is the red Protoss player, and tQorGETSLAMT. He is the blue Terran. God, I hate ping spamming. It makes me insane. And I guess they're talking about the Zeke.com 2's tournament. I'm not 100% sure. But I don't think I'm going to be casting that. Unfortunately. I just don't have the time, you guys. I'm sorry. Either way, their opponents will be none other than xSixAzide, the purple Protoss, and SuperNinja, the teal Protoss. Now, SuperNinja appears to be getting blocked here from Bubbles, and oh, he's gonna lose it. He won that fight. Impressive, very impressive there. I thought that SuperNinja was losing that fight. It's so hard to tell, man. Whoever's probe got like it attacked like 1 millisecond before the other one. Anyway, he's going to be building a gateway, so we do have double gates here. And we are probe harassing up here. Meanwhile, SuperNinja and Azide are trying to get one of these pylons. Does not look like that's going to happen. Plus the second one is now going down 4 bubbles. And XSixAzide has built a quick tech lab. I would not be surprised to see a Reaper come out here. Here comes the Reaper for XSixAzide. And may just be using that Reaper for some map control and map vision. I'm not so sure how successful that will be in harassment. By the time the Reaper gets down here, there will be a Stalker pretty soon on the way for Azide, I think. But we'll see. And what is this here? We have a sneaky little command center going down up in this corner. So XSixAzide wants to take an early expo. That is clear. Meanwhile, Bubbles still has not built a second gas, so could we be seeing a 4-gate right as I say that he throws down his second gas? So maybe not a 4-gate. And a very fast expansion here from SuperNinja. And it looks like a second gateway. So here comes the Reaper from XSixAzide, and will he be able to get still no kills on this Reaper? He wasn't able to get that probe because it went inside the Vespene Geyser, but he is forcing Azide to chase him with all of these probes. And now the Reaper is going to be chased by the Stalker, but the Stalker, oh no, the Stalker went the wrong way. Where'd the Reaper go? He's up inside your base, man. Azide, you need your Stalker, man. Here we go. There we go. And ooh, we had a Stalker already around out here. And looks like setting up for a sneaky pylon, so he was able to snipe down that Reaper. Bubble is sending a Stalker out though, and this Stalker will see the other one running away and is going to chase here. As we have Stalkers creeping all over the map right now. And it looks like Bubbles is going to possibly get a free Stalker kill, but will he lose one of his own? Some serious micro battle going to be going on here right now, except that Bubbles is running away because Azide has a 1 Stalker advantage. So almost a kill there, but pretty even right now. We see XSixAzide has pumped out a couple of Marauders, which is a pretty standard follow-up there to the Reaper opening, especially against Protoss. And we are researching Combat Shield and Stimpack there. Stimpack almost finished. couple sentries out here for Bubbles, just in case they try to be aggressive. But actually, I don't think the top team scouted. They did not scout that expansion. So interesting there. They opted not to go check that. And okay, I missed this earlier. I think I thought that this probe from Bubbles was one of Azide's probes, but it's actually just Bubbles' probe. And sort of making sure that there's no proxy pylon from the bottom team, and then throwing one down of his own. As now this probe and a couple stalkers are going to make their way across the map. It looks like Bubbles might be trying to take a sneaky expansion here. It does look like he's going to be trying to do that. Or maybe not. He's just putting a pylon over here. And I wonder what that's about. Because he can't really warp in down here on the low ground from this pylon. Maybe more of a scouting sort of pylon to see if they try and take this base or if they try and do any sort of dropship. As there's now a an Immortal on the way for Azide. And already an observer on the field. Did he send one across the map? I'm not so sure. I don't think that he did. Nope. As he is trying to grab this corner base. And now Bubble is going to be using the Warp Prism here. And he's got 3 Zealots loaded up. And XSixAzide has quite a few Marines and Marauders here, and with some sentries and Immortal, the top team is going to try and be aggressive and attack at the front, and at the same time as that is going on, Bubbles is going to be dropping and warping in the back. This is a great play here from the top team, as now is the time to attack the front. As soon as they pull back, you can see that Azide has pulled his army back to deal with this, and now they're going to press the front, as there's only SuperNinja here to deal with this. He does have 5 sentries here though, and the top team being very indecisive. Actually, the Warp Prism looks like it's going to go down, and Azide able to clean up that attack. Finally, the attack commencing on the other side. And a few force fields are favoring the top team's positioning here, but now SuperNinja gets around the bottom and gets some nice force fields there to keep them at bay. But a couple of force fields, countered force fields from Bubbles, is trapping SuperNinja's sentries in the front, and they are getting picked up rather quickly. But here comes Azide with the Colossus and some Zealots to take the hits in the front, and it looks like this Immortal may get taken out. It's trying to run away now, as the top team is going to be forced to fall back. I feel like their timing could have been a little bit better, as once that attack commenced in the back of Azide's base, they could have gone all into this attack immediately, or what they tried to do was sort of try to take the best of both worlds. As you see the Immortal getting taken out, they tried to get the best of both worlds and save this army, but he failed in the process. That is Bubbles, and then ended up losing the main army too. So I don't know. You could just attack right up the gut here with your full force to begin with, and then come in and do the drop and warp in the back, and at least when you lose this whole army, you'll have taken out a huge chunk of their economy. So there's a few ways to look at doing that approach, but either way, a nice play from the bottom team to hold that. And now SuperNinja is trying to expand at this base, but there's a pylon here. So Bubbles does know about this. And so the top team, you have to think that the top team is not going to let this stand right now. And they will try and do possibly some dropship harass to deal with that from XSixAzide. As he's now getting some medevacs out and swapping his starport onto the reactor. Working on some infantry upgrades as well, and now getting some Vikings to deal with the Colossi. And SuperNinja actually has 4 High Templars out. This is the way to go, man. These guys know how to do this. Oh, what do we have here? Looks like a... Okay, one zealot just ran in there. I thought that there was a proxy pylon or something over here. Is there any more pylons? I guess it was just from this one that got taken out. Anyway, yeah, the bottom team, SuperNinja and Azide, they have their tech routes well synergized, so to speak. They always go with this route. Azide, generally speaking, go with this route, I should say. Azide goes for the Colossus. SuperNinja gets the High Templars. And so just continuing to beef up here. I'm surprised that they're not trying to take this base, considering that they're basically just sitting their army here anyway. Might want to just think about throwing down an expansion of this gold. It'd be safer there than here. I'm not so sure though. Not so sure. Seems safer at least for the time being. And was there a... It's like Azide suspecting some sort of drop play down here. Did he see... Okay, there's some Vikings here from xSixAzide. And there was a dropship, and I think the dropship got scouted. Possibly by this probe or something. And they've got an observer just sitting on top of the army. Observer for Azide, and man, that is something you just gotta be careful about, man. When you're going against Protoss players, you gotta keep some detection with your army. Because he'll just be able to follow your army around and know exactly where your main force is the entire game. As Azide, whoa, careful now, right when I say that, he's running his Colossi into the Vikings. Gonna need some stalkers to get under them here. And here we go, massive engagement right now. It looks like Bubbles has 4 Colossi, but Azide already down to only 3. The Vikings doing quite a bit of damage, but finally getting some better positioning. As now Psystorm's going off from SuperNinja, melting away some of the Bio Ball in the front. Going to be morphing in some more Archons. Very, very close battle right now, but it looks like the top team may actually win this. It's going to be extremely close. Now the tides have turned again. It looks like the bottom team reinforcing here. SuperNinja with a bunch of extra stalkers going to be forcing this army back. Very, very close fight as now another Colossi and some more stalkers come out, and Vikings from xSixAzide is going to be enough to force back SuperNinja. An even exchange right there, and man, critical for the top team was those Vikings at the beginning getting so many free shots on Azide's Colossi. The positioning was very poor for the bottom team. Surprising because they had that scout here with this observer. So you see the army disappear, you know that they're moving out, you need to position your army for the engagement, but so maybe it was a misclick there, like these little rocks here. Maybe he didn't mean to go around the top of these rocks. Maybe I'm just trying to give him excuses when he just didn't even notice the army moving out to begin with. Either way, suffering some unnecessary Colossus losses in the beginning of that fight, but a nice recovery and some clutch Psystorms and reinforcing stalkers, keeping them in that fight. And so, pretty even game right now. A pretty exciting game also up to this point. Keep in mind the bottom team is up 1 base. If you look at the minimap, it's soon to be up 2 bases as SuperNinja is grabbing this base. An interesting choice. But this gold is up and running now for Azide. And he's had this corner base for a while. SuperNinja had this one forever. And now xSixAzide, he's sort of stopped the Viking production here. I noticed there's only 4 Vikings. And finally it looks like picking off that observer. And Bubbles is trying to build a base down here, right next to SuperNinja's base, who is building cannons now here. So SuperNinja is going to warp in some Zealots to deny that. A great play. Just deny their extra bases as long as possible. Always want to do that. Especially if you can do it at low cost. Like warping in a couple of Zealots. And then just bring them on down and join up your main force, man. As now xSixAzide. He's got 6 Vikings. Now he stopped making the Vikings because Azide has pretty much quit with the Colossi. No, he's got another one. Nope, he's just got him sitting way back here. I'm not sure if he's doing that on purpose or not. But he's continuing to pump them. So there are going to be more Vikings required here from the top team, and xSixAzide is not really making enough here. So interesting there. Very interesting. A scan going off, revealing the army composition. Maybe that's what Azide is doing here. He's got his extra Colossi sitting in the back here, and he's maybe sort of planning on, nope, here comes, they are going to move out now. I'm giving him way too much credit here. Maybe I'm thinking like way ahead of myself. I'm thinking, okay, they're going to be sitting here using scans to detect this army. Hide some of your Colossi way back here so that they stop making the Vikings necessary to counter it. But here we go, a major battle here. And how many Vikings are in the air? There are 10 Vikings in the air, just ripping through the Colossi on the bottom team. But these Archons in the front soaking up so much damage. These Colossi from Bubbles are all balled up in this corner. If some of Azide's can get some splash damage on them, I just don't know though. It looks like the top team with a superior force here. A couple of more Psy Storms going off. SuperNinja is just melting all the Marauders, but they're just so beefy, man. They're so beefy. The bottom team looks like they are in a lot of trouble now, as there are still 6 Colossi on the field for Bubbles. xSixAzide is landing his Vikings, and the Marauders are going to be breaking this gold base. There's no way the bottom team can hold on to it. But SuperNinja still does have these 2 side bases. Azide is going to manage to evacuate all of these probes here, and we are morphing in a bunch of more Archons. They do have 3 attack upgrade and 2 armor already. And the top team, and you notice a glaring deficiency here from Bubbles. He has no upgrades at all. Wow. And now look, xSixAzide is pumping out a Ghost. And Bubbles, it looks like, is going to be able to easily take care of this base over here. At the same time, xSixAzide is taking out this base. And it's going to be, the key is that now that the armies are split up for the top team, Azide and SuperNinja have got to make something happen. If they can take out these armies while they are split up, SuperNinja warping in a bunch of stalkers here at the last second, blinking underneath the Colossi. He's catching them all by themselves. Beautiful play. Terribly done from Bubbles, leaving all his Colossi undefended, and out of nowhere SuperNinja warps in a whole bunch of stalkers and then trap that army while they have them split up, and now xSixAzide is all by himself. There are a bunch of Archons, and Psy Storms are coming down on the Marauders. The Planetary Fortress, however, is doing quite a bit of damage, so SuperNinja is going to have to back up here, as xSixAzide really wants to fight in range of this Planetary Fortress. Is making all the difference. The Vikings have cleared out the Colossi in the back, so they can't outrange the PF. And now again they're going to be forced to fall back, but they did manage to destroy the massive group of Colossi that ppgBubbles had, and that is key if they want any chance in this game. But now look, xSixAzide has lifted off his main command center and landed it at this base here, not even bothering to kill these assimilators. He is just going for those minerals, and all of these SUVs not mining at all. For xSixAzide, he is now going to be trying to deny the space over here, but another Psy Storm going down. So much damage being done by these Psy Storms. SuperNinja desperately excuse me, they're desperately trying to morph it in an Archon, but it does not look like that is going to happen. They need to trap this army, as SuperNinja and Azide, with such a meager force left, as this is quickly getting mined out. And at the same time, SuperNinja has warped in Zealots in the back of Bubbles' base over here, it looks like, and has taken out the Nexus. Oh man, I did not even see that going on, and now they trapped xSixAzide's army and took it out. That is huge, man. Huge. And now xSixAzide is desperately sending a planetary fortress, or excuse me, a orbital command over to this corner. Going to be using a few Marauders to clean up these Zealots, but how long will they last? As the income now for the top team is just dismal. And Azide is still kicking pretty nicely at this base, and he is about to reestablish the gold. It looks like the bottom team may have this one in the bag. I'm not so sure though. There are these pesky planetary fortresses to deal with, and they don't have a whole lot of mining going on to themselves, as SuperNinja is long distance mining all the way back to this location. But now Azide has really got to kick in with this gold base. And GETSLAMT cannot be allowed to keep this base over in this side here, as Bubbles has pretty much... Is Bubbles just done right now? I mean, he's sitting on 28 minerals and 300 gas here. And so I guess he has decided to get a few High Templars and Archons. He does not have a Psystorm though. So, oh man, the top team is in a ton of trouble. There are 5 ghosts, however, for GETSLAMT. EMP is going off all over the place, blinking inside. Feedbacks and storms going off on the ghosts. Beautifully done right there. Definitely an exciting game. GGs go down. Very exciting game there. Thank you, Azide, for sending me this game. It was a pleasure to cast. Sorry it took me so long to get to it, man, but this was definitely an awesome game and well worth the wait. So, pretty exciting there. I'm not sure how I can sum up this game, but the biggest difference in this game to me was the top team had this game in the bag, and they split their army up to take out each of SuperNinja's cheesy little expos over here. He had one base here and one base here, and GETSLAMT went for this one, and Bubbles went for this one. They split their army apart, and some clutch warp in and some nice timing from SuperNinja and Azide, able to isolate each army. That was the difference in the game to me. But very well played on both sides. So that is going to do it for me. This is IrieStarcraft, and peace out.